Chelsea 1, Djurgarden of Sweden 0. 1-0 Chelsea over Djurgarden of Sweden to book our ticket to the finals of the Conference League. And it's Chelsea in another finals trying to complete the collection of European Cups, right? And if we're able to beat Real Betis on the 28th of May, then that would then put this badge in history in terms of the first club in the world that has been able to win every single European trophy that is out there to be won. And so, I know that there's been a lot of fans that haven't been happy about Chelsea competing in this competition. But this fan right here, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my club and the way that our boys have gone about handling their business in this competition, putting their heads down, and basically all they've done is just go about putting every single team to the sword, and it is what it is. Right? You can. It's one thing to say that this tournament is beneath us, whatever that means, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? But still, regardless of whatever that means, you still, as a club, have to go out there and execute as a professional. And that is what our boys have been doing, game in, game out, from the first game all the way to this second leg of the semi finals, which we won today 1-0 at the bridge to knock out this club from Sweden, Djurgarden. I hope I'm pronouncing their name right, on a 5-1 aggregate. Obviously, the damage was done in the first leg, the away leg, just like we did in the quarter finals. We won 4-1 away, 3-goal margin away. It's basically job done. But however, unlike in the quarterfinals, right? This time around, what we did was we did a much better job, a much better professional job of basically managing the game, right? Because that's all we needed to do. We were winning like by a 3-goal margin. Like, it was basically done and dusted. So all we had to do was just control the game and don't give them pretty much a sniff. If we got a goal, which we ended up getting a goal, it's like icing on the cake, because in reality, what happened was Maresca made 10 subs, 10 changes from the team that won 4-1 away, and it didn't come at any surprise. It didn't come as a surprise, because we have a massive game at St. James Park just in a few days on Sunday, and it's actually the early kickoff. It's the 12 noon kickoff in England, which for those of us on the East Coast in US, that's a 7 a.m. Kickoff for someone like me. So he always was going to make change subs, but what we knew he was going to do was going to have some veteran players to at least start the game, stabilize the game, and hopefully once we're in full control of the game, he's just going to one by one just pluck out his veterans and use his academy kids to basically mop up the remaining minutes, and that's basically what happened. But not with standing. Kudos to 16-year-old Reggie WALSH, 16-year-old Reggie WALSH, and kudos to Maresca for giving him his first start in a European semifinal game. It was massive. Now I know y'all gonna say it's conference league, but it's still a massive game. And for a kid that's only 16-year-old in a game that we actually care about, like we care about this game. We care about this game. He's still just a schoolboy kid, and all he did was step on the pitch and play like he belonged on that pitch. I mean, for me, personally, I was impressed with his overall work ethic on the pitch. The fact that he was brave, the fact that he wasn't afraid to win balls, to fight for balls, to mark, to put himself about, because you already know every Cobham kid can play. I mean, they have talent. Like we know, like you're not gonna be in Chelsea in academy at 16, 17, 18 years old and not be able to play. So these kids are talented kids. But what a coach would want to see is your mindset, your mentality, the maturity level, because you're a kid. But are you thinking like as a 16-year-old? Or is your mindset the mindset of a 21 or 22 or 23-year-old? And that's what I saw. I saw a 16-year-old Reggie WALSH playing like he was 22 or 23 years old. And that is why I feel like, Maresca clearly likes this kid, because he actually gave him his first appearance in the first leg. Although, by that time, the game was basically over. But in this game, he gave him the full 90 minutes, and the young boy did not impress. He did his best. Obviously, he made. The young boy did not fail to impress. Sorry to say. He made one or two few errors, but overall he played well. Then the other academy boys, or boys that have already been playing, been established, that actually started this game, are Tyreek George and Josh Achempawa. George started at 9, and George started at 9, and Josh started, I believe, at the midfield. Josh actually started in midfield, because our back four was Kukurea at a left back, Tosin and Badashila in the middle, and then Gusto at right back. Kukurea inverted into midfield from his left back role. Josh was already in midfield, and then that allowed James, who obviously played as a midfielder, to push a little bit further higher up the pitch, to give us a little bit more grit and control higher up, and that actually helped us to control the game. And it was only a matter of time before a nice bit of movement from Josh Achempawa dropped, not Josh. Tyreek George dropped it into midfield from his center forward role, dropped into midfield. It's just a classic, Maresca, tactic. He likes his number 9, drop it into midfield to get the ball. When he dropped into midfield, Kernan, Drewsbury Hall was able to basically make a run into the space that he left behind. And so once I believe it was Tosin that actually found George in midfield, that initial drop, the gap was already there, and George made the one-time brilliant assist to Drewsbury Hall, who finished the ball really tidily. So, and that was all we needed. We just scored the one goal, and it was pretty much game over. In the second half, Maresca removed James and removed Cucurella and brought in Antwi and what's his name? Milka. I mean, I can't really pronounce his name, but he brought those two kids in. Antwi was really the one that actually caught my eye more as a right winger. He tried to make some things happen. Sometimes it came off, the other times it didn't come off, but he was always trying to be positive with pretty much every touch. Milka played as center forward, and then that was pretty much it, right? So we got the job done. Our assignment to lift this cup is Real Betis. They managed to edge out Fiorentina away from home. That was a massive result for Betis. You guys already know that their two main men are Anthony, who's on loan from Man U. Like, we know him, we know him, but he has turned into a beast in Spain. Since he has made the move to Betis, he has been transformed. He's a totally different player. And then their other player is Isco. Their other key player is Isco. Obviously, if you watch football, you know that he used to play as an attacking midfielder for Real Madrid. So he's quality. I mean, you guys, he's definitely quality, and it shows. I mean, they have a few other tidy players. But we also have players too, right? We have a lot of players. So, I'm kind of looking forward to that final because it should be fun. But prior to getting that, first things first is Newcastle on Sunday. Newcastle on Sunday is where is at right now. Is our main final. That's our main final at St. James Park on Sunday. We have to find a way to win the game. It's going to be very difficult, but we have to find a way to win at St. James Park so that we can sit firmly in the driver's seat in terms of Champions League, qualification. If we're able to win that game, I mean, a draw is not necessarily a bad result. It's not the end of the world. A draw isn't bad. A loss is, we don't want to lose, so just go ahead and just throw that out. But a draw isn't a bad result. But ideally, if we can win that game, that's what we have to be thinking. Can we find a way, any 3 points somehow. Go to St. James Park, take the 3 points, and we're in the driver's seat for Champions League next year. And right, it just everything opens up from there in terms of the possibilities of Chelsea getting to the next level. So guys, how do you all feel? Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video. Peace out.